I am back. Oh my gosh. This is like 6 weeks, 7 weeks in a row. I'm super proud of myself. Mondays are not always the easiest days to show up and do the things, but I love when I get messages from people that say that they're feeling what I'm putting out there. I mean, that just means the world to me. So if you're loving this, let me know. And share it. Please share it with your friends. Like share the reels and things like that. And the little clips that we have because that helps, that helps us grow. So let's grow Allison Unfiltered for sure. Um, Today there's a couple of things I want to discuss. First and foremost, it is freezing in my house. This is the biggest argument that Danny and I have on a regular basis is in the summer, I like to wear summertime clothes, right? I like to wear shorts and t-shirts. And but if I do that, I still want to be comfortable in the house, right? So it's warm enough when you go outside, but when you come inside, it's freezing. So literally, I have shorts and a t-shirt on, right? And you can't see under my desk, but I have an Afghan blanket and fuzzy house shoes on. It's ridiculous, right? Like, I know I can't turn the heater on in the house in the summer, but I sure wish I could, or I wish I could keep the house at like, oh, I don't know, 75. If I could keep the house at 75 degrees, maybe 70, 74, I think is where we compromise. But that's sometimes a little too cool for me. And, Danny will say, well, go put something on, go put something on. Well, I don't want to put a hoodie and a sweatshirt on that I have to take off to go outside when I want to go back and forth. I just want to be comfortable. That's where my high maintenance comes in. Um, by the way, that's the best trim sticks on the planet. It's a pink lemonade. You can't get it anymore, but I bought a lot of them before they sold out, and they're still my favorite. And when they're gone in a couple of years, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. Total squirrel, but that's one of my favorite drinks in the whole world. Anyway, so that's our big fight in the summertime is I get cold. Well, the funny thing is last week I was running around the house in like I don't know, workout pants and a tank top. And he comes in, he's like, "Hey, I think I had taken a shower and gotten dressed and all that." And I don't know but about the rest of you ladies, but when you take a shower, we want warm showers, right? Because we're trying to wash the product and stuff out of our hair and all the things. And then it gets hot in the bathroom. Well, you don't want the heat on when you're in the bathroom trying to get ready, right? You're gonna suffocate. And Danny comes in there and he's like, can you let me know when you're done getting ready so I can turn the heat on in the house?" And I'm like, I just looked down, I was like, go put something warm on. So he did. He went and put on like a jacket and pants because he was in just t-shirt and workout shorts and stuff. But it's funny how the tables turn, and I think the older I get, the more um, the warmer my core temperature gets. I mean, normally I'm freezing all the time, but like I can, at this point in life, I can go lay out in our backyard. Oh my gosh, and I almost got busted last week. I'll tell you about that. But I can lay out in our backyard like 55 degrees in the direct sun is like perfect. You can lay out and not sweat, right? And not get hot, and it's fantastic. And I lay out year round. I try to as much as I can because I try to stay out of the tanning beds these days. But I do love the sun and the vitamin D, and I do wear sunscreen, well, a little bit of sunscreen. And I love the sun, so it's February and I have a little bit of color instead of just being pale white. Um, Gosh, I've totally squirreled and now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, so we had that hailstorm. Where was I going with that hailstorm? Um, Dang it, I can't remember. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll come back to it. I'll circle back. I'm sure my brain will. This is what happens when you have 2,987 internet tabs open in your brain at all times and you're trying to focus on one single task. It never happens. Danny's like, "Get your thoughts together, write them down so you don't squirrel so much." And I'm like, "Dude, I have it all written down and I'm still squirreling, like trying, right?" Um, yeah. So anyway, um, okay. So once again, we're still back with allergies. Everything's turning green. Um, and I don't remember what I was going to talk about before. So, oh, something else that happened this week. Uh, I was, I think it was Monday morning, and I was laying in bed working. I'd just gotten up a little while, so I was checking in on my people. And I got a reminder on my phone that was like gut wrenching, right? I got this reminder that said scheduled dog shots. Well, I thought I had, like, when the dogs passed away, I thought that I had taken everything out of my phone, off the calendars, out of my reminders, and pretty much unsubscribed from PetSmart and all the things, right? And that popped up, and boy, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Totally hit me like a ton of bricks. And gosh, it made me miss my dogs. And so it's so weird. Like, I know I have Mau Mau and she meows some, but all these videos keep coming up of the dogs, and I'm just like, oh, like I miss that sound. I miss the sound of them barking when someone was at the door. I miss the sound of their little claws on the hardwood floors. I miss the sound of Kira laying upside down, doing what she does, snorting and rolling around upside down. I miss all that little stuff. And the house is so quiet now, especially when Danny's gone. Like, the house is it's just so damn quiet. But I don't want something else to take care of, right? I want to be able to go when we want to go and do what we want to do. But the flip side of that is I'm such an animal person that I need something here, right? And it's been my job to take care of things. That's what I've always done. Take care of people, take care of others, take care of animals. So I'm just a caretaker at heart. So, and that's going to kind of fall into what we're going to talk about today. But I will tell you one more thing. Excuse me while my nose is crazy. Danny might edit this out, but he might not. I don't know. But allergies, welcome to Texas. Um, so we got a new bed, and I don't know. We've had a sleep number for years, and we love our sleep number. We had a sleep number with us sleeping on 100, right? And then we had a 4-inch memory foam topper on it. And it was like heaven for the longest time. And then my hips started hurting. And I don't know if this is just getting older or what. I know that I need to stretch more. I know I need to do some things, right, to help my hip flexors and stuff. So any suggestions that you guys have, I'm open to it. Um, so sleep number, took the 4-inch memory foam off of it. We have a 2-inch memory foam now. And when I was in New Hampshire, I slept on my cousin's bed, and it was a nectar. And I remember waking up not really hurting, right? So we called him and asked him, which bed it was, the whole 9 yards. And it was like, I think they have a 12-inch. Well, Danny wanted to get the 13-inch, which that's just the difference in the memory foam height, right? No, that's not a difference in what's on top. But this one feels a little bit softer than the one I slept on at my cousin's. So I don't know, maybe there is a difference between the 12 and 13-inch. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like a 12-year-old perverted boy. I crack myself up at some of the things that I say. Uh, yeah, that's one of my pitfalls in life is I can turn anything into something dirty. I don't know why, but I totally can. So anyway, that's the difference between the height of the mattress. I wonder if it has anything to do with the softness or firmness. So anyway, so we've slept on it a couple of nights, and I woke up this morning and I was like still hurting, and I got hot. And that's one of the things I hear about the Tempur-Pedics or the Tempur-Pedic mattresses or foam mattresses, they get hot. So this is supposed to have some kind of like dual action cooling, right? Well, there's no way because we have a mattress pad on the bed, right? And then we have an electric blanket. Well, that electric blanket stays on the bottom because in the wintertime, we like to get toasty warm. Like, okay, here's what happens. I get a fire going in the house, right? And it heats up the living room. Well, that's where the thermostat is in the kitchen close to the living room. And so then none of the heat comes on ever. So it's like 50 degrees in our bedroom. So we like to turn the electric heating blanket on, and it's underneath us. So it kind of preheats the bed and kind of, it gets it a little toasty. And we don't sleep with it on, but just to get the bed warm. And so today I took all that off because I want to see if this like memory foam dual cooling action actually helps. And maybe it'll not have the bed so soft with a padded mattress topper and a blanket, right? Maybe I'll get some little more firmness out of it. So pray for me in my sleep and my hips because they are absolutely killing me. And I was talking to, I posted something about this on Facebook. I hope I'm not boring y'all yet. But I posted something about this on Facebook, and one of the friends of mine that has worked for Sleep Number for many, many years, she's super smart with all this stuff. And she's like, well, if you're hurting, it's too much pressure and you need to sleep on a lower number. And I'm like, dude, if we go to a hotel room and we have a soft bed, that's the one thing Danny and I dread the most is like a soft bed because like we will both wake up in so much pain. So, ah, it's hard. Like it's hard when you get older. Like, and I'm a side sleeper, right? So I'm automatically sleeping on my hips, and I can't sleep on my side if I get a bed that goes into zero gravity, right? So what the heck are you supposed to do? Like, take pain pills every day? No thanks. I'm not interested in that. So that's where we're at. So we bought the Nectar bed, and now we're hoping we'll see. I'll see what happens with that. And if I don't like it like this, and the unfortunate thing is Danny's super comfortable with it too. But the next step is to bring the Sleep Number back downstairs and take the 2-inch memory foam off of it and sleep just on the regular memory foam of the Sleep Number. So I don't know, y'all. I mean, like I said, if you have any suggestions, I am so open to it. So I'll get down to what we were actually talking about today is still back into the 19 hard things that I do to be successful. This is by David John Kay. Super smart guy. And it's just a list. And I love this list. It was presented to us at an event one time. A lady in our company named Jana Dyer, who's a friend of mine, super, super cool lady. She brought this to our attention. I was like, this is really cool. So I did some team training on it a couple of years ago, and I thought, that was so helpful for so many people. Why would I not do it here? Because that's the whole point of this is to try and, help people get through life, right? So I do the hard things. 1, I make the call I'm afraid to make. 2, I get up earlier than I want to get up. 3, I give more than I get in return right away. 4, I care more about others than they care about me. 5, I fight when I'm already injured, bloody and sore. And 6 was what we're talking about today is I feel unsure and insecure when playing it safe seems smarter. And it's so fitting because I am absolutely in that place right now. So I've talked about our new product launch, GLPX. Holy shit balls, we sold out in, oh my gosh, 18 days. We sold out 6 months supply. Mind blowing, right? We had a great month. Excellent growth. And I was talking to Mark Walker, who's the co-founder of our company. I was talking to him today and I said, my biggest fear, what we talked about when we were in Jamaica, because we went to dinner with him and his beautiful wife. I was talking to him and he said, my biggest fear is that people are going to try to sell this or position this as like a magic pill, right? A magic weight loss pill. And there is no such thing. There is no such thing. Even if you're on the shot, that you have to change things or you're going to end up back in the same place, right? And part of the reason that we sold out is, there's different strokes for different folks, right? It takes a million different kinds of people to reach a million different kinds of people. I've said that a million times. And I'm not saying any of this to disparage anybody. So if you get offended, if it offends you, it probably applies to you. That's all I can say about your business. If you are in Xyngular and you are listening to this, or you are in another MLM company and you're listening to this, if it offends you, it probably applies to you. Okay. I'm just going to put that out there. And if you get offended easily, maybe you need to turn this off. There's my heads up. So I feel unsure and insecure when playing it safe seems smarter. So with this new product release, there are a lot of people that sold individual bottles like a magic pill, right? And this is supposed to work in conjunction with our kit system. So we have one system that is focused generally, solely on weight loss. Another one that is weight loss and gut health, and another that's weight loss, gut health, and overall health, right? Overall wellness. And so when you add the GLPX to this, it's just an enhancement, right? And I think we've talked about this in the past. I was a drug addict, right? So my drug changed to food, which is why I gained so much weight. And so to have something that makes me not really think about food, it doesn't keep food on my brain. Like, I eat when it's time to eat, not necessarily because I'm hungry, but because it's important that I keep my metabolism going and I fuel my body. This GLPX makes me really not hungry. It helps naturally produce the GLP-1 hormone in your body, right? So I'm really not hungry, and it's helped me with swelling, and it's helped us lose a little bit of weight, all the things, right? Weight will always be a struggle of mine. It will always be a constant becoming for me, for sure. Gosh, that's heavy. I feel like I'm going to battle weight loss my whole life. And I am, because I'm an addict. And that sucks terribly. But there's a lot of great things about this product, but it's not just a standalone. And part of the reason we sold out is because there were so many people that just sold single bottles of it, right? And it makes me wonder, like, I feel unsure and insecure right now. I'm feeling very unsure and insecure because to me, playing it safe seems smarter because I guess of how I run my business, right? So, you know the old adage, if you can't beat them, join them? That's kind of how I'm feeling, right? So I work really hard to make sure that this is a personal journey for people. Um, when they sign up with me, I don't send them a link to enroll. I call them, right? And I get to know them as a person, because as their coach, I want to build that relationship. I think that's so valuable long term for them and me, right? When we get customers, we want to keep them. And so just, I don't know how to say some of this, because I get it. It's different for everybody, right? Some people are just born salespeople and they just want to sell stuff and they don't want to deal with the people. And here's my link. I'm going to throw it out there. If you want it, go for it. Now, not that I haven't put my link out there before. I have. Nothing's ever come of it, right? But what has come out of things is people that I build relationships with. And I feel like we're in the relationship building business. Not everyone feels that way. I care about the people. And I care about the people more than they care about me, for sure, 100%, 90% of the time. I could be coaching someone on a jump start and I don't hear from them for 3 days. Like, oh yeah, I didn't check my messenger. And I'm like, okay. Like, we talked on the phone. I told you about this. I told you what it was going to take. I told you I would be there for you every step of the way. And sometimes you can hold out your hand to somebody and they don't take it. What do you do, right? There's nothing you can do about that. So If I can't beat them, join them. What am I supposed to do? N- To me, the safe way seems smarter, and the safe way is continuing to do things how I've been doing them. But then you run into the same problem of, well, but what I'm doing isn't working. It's not growing our business. Yeah, we're getting customers, but it's not growing our business. And whereas it's growing some people's business, it's growing it in that moment, but not long term, right? So when you build relationships with people, you keep them long term because they trust you. They feel like they've gotten to know you over the phone, whatever, and checking in with them and doing, following them through their jump start, coaching them through it. And you build that relationship. And when you have that relationship, there's trust, and those people usually stay with you as long as they can. I don't want to start over at zero every month. I like having customers that reorder from me every month through their subscriptions. I think that's important in their success and mine too. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, this is a way to make income, right? It's what helps put food on the table for our family, but it's also about helping people. I just can't see myself like I'm so unsure and insecure right now about how to promote this because, you know, we have a way that you can get an affiliate link, right? And so you have an affiliate link and you can share it with your friends. But basically that's not coaching people. That's just selling shit. And I feel like that defeats the purpose of this, right? But I'm sitting here watching other people grow and I'm not growing. And I'm doing the things, like I'm setting the example and doing the things, but I can't get my team to follow suit. A few of them do, not many. Because why? Because it's easier to send a link, because we're all lazy. We've all gotten lazy and complacent. And oh, it's just easier to send a link than to talk to somebody and take up my time. And I was thinking about that this morning. I was talking to my bestie Kelly, and I was like, "How many hours are there in a month?" She's like, "We looked at it. There's 720 hours in a month." Okay, and if you have 10 people that you sign up in a month, that's like 2.5 hours on the phone out of your 720. So bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. You don't have time to talk to people on the phone. Bullshit. You have time to go do the things that you want to do. You have time to go get your nails done. You have time to go get your hair done. You have time to go get a massage. You have time to do all those things, but you don't have time. You don't have 15 minutes to spend with someone that could make the difference for putting food on your table or helping put food on your table long term. Like, is that how you would treat it if it was a brick and mortar business? No, you wouldn't. That's part of the problem, right? So I see all these people growing and they're throwing out these affiliate link things. What am I supposed to do? If I can't beat them, join them? I'm just supposed to turn into a salesperson that doesn't give a shit about the people? I don't know how to do that. I mean, here's your kit. It comes with a book. Follow it. Let me know if you have any questions. I can't even imagine. If that had been how it had gone for me, if my coach Christine had not been there for me and coached me, I would have never continued this. If I had had to do this on my own, I would never have done it. And that's where you lose people, is when you don't help them, right? That is your biggest downfall, is when you don't actually help them and you don't take the time. Because those people, when I got a message from one of the ladies, she's in her 60s. She's lost over 100 pounds. When I got a message from her that said, "Thank you so much. You saved my life. That's what you've done. You saved my life." And I feel that same way about my coach, Christine. That's what we do. That's what Xyngular does. We help save lives. But there's some people that aren't here for that. Some people that are all about the right now and they don't think about the future. And residual income is a really important thing in life. So once again, I feel unsure and insecure when playing it safe seems smarter. It seems smarter to me to continue doing what I've been doing, right? But what I've been doing doesn't seem to really be working because a lot of people out there, they don't want to coach. They want to sell something, make the money, and move on. And that's what these affiliate links are doing. They're just literally selling a product or two that that on its own isn't going to help someone. It's not going to help when you have I mean, maybe if you have 5 to 10 pounds to lose, sure, but if you have 50 to 75 pounds to lose, or 50 to 100 pounds, or 30 to 50, you need something that's a system. You need something that's different. And I had to throw everything I knew about dieting out the window when Xyngular came along, because we were always taught, just eat less, exercise more, and you'll lose weight. That's the biggest crock of shit on the planet. Not how it works. It's not how it stays off, right? And if you want to talk to somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about, it would be me, because I've kept my weight off for 7 years, right? Anyway, so that's where, and like I said, I wouldn't have been able to do this without my coach, without the coaching aspect of it, without that personal aspect. And even though I knew her beforehand, we didn't know each other real well. We weren't like besties or anything, but I respected her because I felt like she knew what she was talking about. And if she didn't know the answers, she'd go ask her coaches, right? That coaching made all the difference. And that's why 8 years later, I'm still a customer. I mean, duh, this is not hard, right? But once again, I feel unsure and insecure about what I should do because I see everybody else moving and shaking, growing, and earning trips, and I'm not there. And I'm competitive by nature, so it makes me sick to my stomach. So what do I do? Do I just jump on this train of affiliate links and care about the people that I can care about, and get other people like, God, it's so much work, right? Okay, so think about this scenario. Let's say I bring someone on board and they have an affiliate link and they sign up all these people and they didn't do any coaching, anything at all. What happens to those people? What happens to those people that spent the money? And that's what I always think about. Is like you took their money. It's your job to help them. This isn't a brick and mortar store. This is different. And weight loss is hard, and it's so hard to do it by yourself. And when you have a community, when you have access to a community like Xyngular, that's huge. That's huge. So how am I supposed to not care? How am I supposed to just sell it and not care about the person on the other end of it because I got paid? To me, that's just wrong. Um, and that's part of the reason why MLMs get a bad name, or direct sales people get a bad name, because people have been made promises, and the person that sells it to them doesn't help. I have a girl that signed up with me recently, that I'm super excited about, and she had done this several years ago, and she had bought it from one of her daughter's friends' moms or something. She never got any coaching, and so she had one conflict with one of the supplements. And so she just quit. She just quit. Instead of having someone to turn to and ask questions to, she just quit. Because that lady just sold her something and just left her high and dry. Y'all, that's an asshole thing to do. If that's what you're doing in your business, so do you see my conundrum? Do you see where I have this, like, people are lazy. People don't want to coach people. They want to send a link and make money. They want to send a link and make money. And yes, you can do that initially, but you're not going to keep those people. It's about the long-term residual. So once again, I feel unsure and insecure when playing it safe seems smarter. Once again, I'm going to say this quote: life is easy when you live it the hard way, and life is hard when you live it the easy way. That is so true. I feel like I do it the harder way, and here I am with residual income built up over the years that I don't just get paid on the 15 people that I signed up last month. I get paid on the other 400 that have subscriptions, right? That's what puts food on the table. It's not the new enrollments, it's the freaking subscriptions. If you can't figure that out, and if that doesn't like come around and make sense to you, like, then you're going to continue to chase your tail. You're going to chase your tail for the rest of your life, and you're never going to climb the mountain and build something that is significant for the future of yourself, for the future of your family, for the future of your life. Um, Period. Anyway, I think I've ranted enough. I hope that wasn't too much, but it's just really something that I'm passionate about, and you can tell I'm passionate about it. I want to help people. I want you to help people, but I can't want it for you, right? So that's why I'm feeling unsure and insecure about which direction to go with this, because of course we want to grow, of course we want to make money, but nobody wants to work anymore. And I think that's the biggest problem we have. COVID was great, but it sure did create a whole lot of lazy people who want to work from home and not actually work from home. I work harder at this job than I ever have before in my life at any other job. So do the hard things, people. It's really not that much harder of a decision to make. You're talking about a difference of 2.5 hours of your life in 720, or 2.5 hours a month out of 720. I mean, if you put it in that perspective, it's kind of interesting. So anyway, thank you for listening. Peace out, homies. See you next week. Love you lots. All the things. And thanks for putting up with me. Talk to you later.